Hello everyone, my name is Javar and I'm here today to tell you how having a puppy can benefit you. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted a dog. I wanted a furry friend to play with so I wasn't so lonely and bored all the time. This was one of the biggest reasons why I wanted a dog. But after doing some research and mindful thinking, I found that dogs can benefit you in so many ways. Did you know puppies can benefit a person's health?
No, really?
Swear.
What?
Liar.
Well, research showed that having a puppy can reduce health issues. And one of many problems people are facing today is loneliness. This is common to many old people that are put in retirement homes. In the article that I read called Loneliness and Depression Afflicting the Elderly by Roberta Rand, talked about this man named Harold, and who suffered from loneliness because he lost his wife. And from that day on, he's been pretty much sitting at home doing nothing, just sleeping, eating, watching TV, and looking out the window. Then later, he couldn't take it anymore, so he decided to take his life. This issue could have been avoided if he would have gotten a dog, because dogs offer companionship and unconditional love, stated Anne Farron, who wrote an article named Small Dog Breeds. She also talked about how dogs can give people comfort that a human can't give. And research showed that when dogs visit retirement homes, it reduces loneliness experienced by the elderly people. And dogs can make anybody happy even if they're blind, which brings up my next problem that blind people encounter. One of the biggest obstacles that blind people encounter is getting from one destination to another. Getting around can be pretty complicated for the average person. Now, imagine getting around doing routinely things with static vision. There are a few devices that can help guide a visually impaired person. So many are expensive, while others require them to hold a stick. Guide dogs are highly trained dogs that can navigate a blind person from point A to point B. Being visually impaired can affect someone's social life. A guide dog can not only help navigate the visually impaired around, but they also double as a lovable companion. Blind people can be seen very vulnerable. They have no way of really protecting themselves. So burglars often attack the vulnerable, and so the blind aren't only people who are victims of the burglary. And when I read an article from Crime in America, showed that in 2003, 3.7 million homes were burglarized up until 2007. It also happens that 20% of the people that were burglarized were at home during that time. And doesn't this make you think, or make you wonder, if those people that were home during the burglary were still alive? Who knows, some of the robbers might also be murderers, whoever gets in their way of stealing their stuff. And this is why we need more protection in people's houses to reduce the number of bodies that were murdered or robberies. If you were to buy a dog, dogs can bark, which make the robbers scared and run away. And they would also attack them if they were to defend themselves. At the same time, this is a good idea for policemen to have trained dogs. So if they found evidence, they would sniff it and from a crime scene. And having dogs is only good to protect your family, but it's also good for your community when the policemen and their trained dogs fight in crime. On the other hand, people wouldn't want to purchase a dog because how messy they are, and since they poop and pee everywhere. Although this problem can be fixed. You can always train your dog to not poop or pee. And it may take a while for your dog to get trained, but it's worth the wait. And another issue of why people don't buy a dog is due to the responsibility. Like, they had to, if your dog is, let's see, sick, they would have to take it to the vet, or you guys have to buy their food and wash your dog. Yeah. So, although it's a lot to handle, but in the end, they will appreciate you in the end by giving you unconditional love and comfort. If everyone had a dog, everyone would be safe and would decrease the amount of victims due to the burglary. And at the same time, it would decrease the amount of loneliness in the world, and everyone would be happy. And people should consider adopting a dog for their own good instead of looking for expensive dogs, since every dog they can give the same amount of unconditional love and happiness. And people should be aware of all these possibilities of not having a dog that can cause them danger to their family and also bring them unhappiness, and due to the people who are feeling lonely as well. This is why you should consider buying a dog. And the fact that they give you good company, and whenever no one is there, they're the most of all people that would be there for you. And having that comfort makes a person feel safe and not knowing that their dog will always defend you. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me.